Okay, hi. Okay, this is day two of practicing my line work and keeping myself on track by making videos. So, my name is Kate. Well, my nickname is Kat, but that's easier. Okay, it's cold, obviously, as you can see. My bed is a mess. Let's just ignore that. Okay, it's been covered. And yeah, let's get started. I figured last time I made these ones, and I thought I like this one over here. I don't know how well you can see it. My camera is not the best, but I do think this angle is better. Whatever. I want to redo it with the markers that I used for this one so that I can have like brighter colors. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing today. That, and I do think this is working because I feel um okay. I don't know if this is entertaining, but I kind of feel a little bit of pressure to be entertaining because I'm uploading videos to YouTube. So I feel like that's something that I should do. Also, it's not cold enough for my jacket. Sorry, I need to take it out. It's annoying me. So that's the thing that I feel like I should be doing. And at the same time, the point of these videos is not to be entertaining, but to keep me on track on making these kind of meditative or meditation adjacent uh, line work practice, in that I'm doing the line work practice both because I want to go back to drawing landscapes and things like that, and also because I find this easier for me to handle than meditation or traditional meditation. I don't know. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there so I can process it and move on. So that's one thing. We're gonna do this. And also, I'm thinking that maybe I might once a week expand this to also include my embroidery practice. Mostly because I feel like since I started my sewing projects, I started just making garments and ignoring the embroidery, even though I started making the garments because I wanted to include my embroidery into something that I could use daily or something I could wear. So yeah, I might. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna include this one, but at least I think I'm gonna make my sister an embroidered bracelet. So I think that one might be part of the gift. It might be a video. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it, but just putting it out there because I feel like once I say I'm gonna do something and I say it out loud, it's easier for me to actually do it. And when I don't voice it, it's just like this random thought in my head, and then it might never get done. So just, yeah, I don't know. I feel very awkward making these videos, and I think everybody can tell. I don't, I haven't even checked if I get views, but if I do, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, that's awkward." I am awkward. What can I say? But yeah, I think part of the reason why this works is that when I'm doing the lines by myself, sorry, I'm putting the timer on. Oh, sorry, I'm putting the timer on. But before I get to that, yeah, is when I have the random thoughts, and then what I'm doing usually, always, even when I'm making the video, I'm getting these random thoughts, and then I voice them, and I feel a little silly because I'm like, oh, okay, shouldn't I maybe expand on those thoughts? And then when I get back to my video, or when I'm making the video, when I voice the thought, the temptation to expand on the thought is no longer there, because I can think, like, when my mind goes, oh, I should worry about that, I'm like, I cannot do that right now. I'm making a video and I'm not editing this video, so it's not a possibility for me to just pause it and then start it again and then fuse the videos, because part of the goal of this is not edits. So both because I hate edits and also because I think I'm realizing, at least from the last video that I made, that including this no edits policy helps keep me on track. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, enough of the evaluation. Or I think, yeah, maybe that's what I'm gonna do in the future. I'm just gonna evaluate at the beginning of the video the things that I feel like are working, the changes I've made, and then if I feel like something needs to be different, or if I need to modify something else. I don't know. Something to think about. Maybe the if I need to change something can be at the end of the video. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So another thing that I made different is, or I did differently this time around, is I put the computer over there instead of um, here, because it was getting in my way. I usually use a lot of space when I'm working, so it was 50% or 25% of my desk was the computer, and it was just annoying me. And also the angle was uncomfortable. Because so I moved it outside of the desk, put the pillows here to prop it on top of the pillows, but then so that I remained in camera angle, I could only use this side of the desk. So that left all of this side of the desk just out of my reach, and yeah, I didn't like it. So I put it there. I feel it makes it easier. I don't have to move it when I'm doing things, because you can already see my little notebook. And yeah, the light is an issue because it's the middle of the day right now, as opposed to the night yesterday. And I thought that would be better for um, the light. But instead, because it's on my back, it just the contrast made it so that you could barely see me, and mostly it was just whiteness. So I'm glad I got these blackout um, curtains, because I didn't used to have them, and they were in the recent edition. So yeah, that changed. The computer is now there. I'm hoping that helps. And yeah, yeah, I'm buying time because I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else I want to say. But I think that's about it. I might, if I keep doing this for a long time, I might buy myself like a ring light or something just to improve the lighting. And also, I am noticing that so you can abstractly see this, I think pens like this show, like markers like this one shows better. And I was thinking to myself whether or not I would change that, but for now, I don't think I will. I'm content with using all of the instruments as is. And yeah, the point of these videos are not that you can see everything that I'm doing. It's more for me to make an habit out of this. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. Let's get started. Also, I think I ramble and I go on all these tangents mostly because I get nervous. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to go about this. I'm like, oh, it's on YouTube. Somebody might see it and they're gonna judge me. So it makes me ramble, but whatever. I'm just trying to have fun, and I am having fun. It's just for whatever reason it's giving me social anxiety, I guess. I don't even know if social anxiety is the right term, but I just wanted to put it out there because I feel like if I just put it out there, it's easier to dismiss after a while. Okay, so we got the timer, 30 minutes, and the goal this time is to recreate this style with these markers. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make one of them in this style with the thick side of it, and then one of them in the same style with the thin side of it, and see how that looks. Just playing around with that. Okay, probably gonna take longer than 30 minutes, but that's what we're going for. There we go. Oops, that one didn't go so well. Review system. I'm thinking about like Christmas gifts. Like I know already what I want to give my best friend. I don't know what I want to give my sister, and it keeps driving me slightly insane. Cause I don't know. Last year I gave her drawing supplies because she does pretty cool art, or she makes pretty cool art. But I gave them to her, and I've never, not even once, I have seen her use them. So I don't think she does use them, that is. Um, which that's fair enough. She has her own supplies that she has bought herself, and I think she's also trying to dabble into digital art. Or maybe she uses them when I'm not there. How would I know? But I don't know. I want to give her something that she can use and that she can enjoy. But the thing is, she has a job and she um has her own things, and like whatever she wants she can buy for herself is what I'm getting at. So I'm not sure. I think it might be best to do something or to make something for her that says, oh, I know you and I know the things you like and the things you enjoy. Oh, I forgot to put this down so that you can hear the satisfying marker sound. Hmm. So yeah, I was thinking like a bracelet with like an initial or something. But The thing is, I have to get two gifts, one for her birthday and one for Christmas. The lines are getting longer. Yeah, I've got no clue. Because my first thought was I can get the bracelet, but I can also make like an embroidery hoop with her initials on it or something like that. Or with cats because she really likes cats. But she has cats, and those cats can get destructive when they get too energetic. So I don't know. I still think the bracelet is a good idea though. I think I like this corner better than this one. It feels less crowded. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, it's stressing me out. Gift giving stresses me out. She enjoys tea, so I was gonna go for that, but she already got herself, like she already has a lot of tea. So chances are whatever tea I buy her, she already has it. Hmm. Did I skip? No, he was right. I thought I skipped it last time. I think I can do both. I can do like a little bracelet. Oh, I messed up my hair with my finger, my braid. Oop, neighbor. Okay, so I guess I can make the bracelet and the embroidery hoop, and because I think she has a locker in her work, so maybe if the embroidery hoop, is not safe at home, she can put it in her locker. Actually, I think that's a good idea. I can make an embroidery hoop so she can put it inside her locker and make a little bit of a joke about it. I think, yeah, make it funny. Because yeah, like good sisters, we used to steal each other's stuff, so we got a little territorial. I can make a joke about it. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm actually very smart. I'm gonna go today. Not today. I don't have time today. I don't think. But maybe tomorrow I can go and buy a hoop, and then tonight I can just at least start a bracelet. I don't know. Oh, look, we're going black and black on the same direction. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm gonna do it from the bottom. Let's see for how long we remain on the same color scheme. Or not the same color scheme, but like getting lines of the same color on the same direction. I say as I reach the time, like the limit of it. Okay. Huh, I like it. Yeah. I wish I maybe had made these ones longer, because all the other ones are more or less the same. And this one are shorter, but I'm not mad about it either. I enjoyed this. Okay. Now let's do it with the thinner side. This one is gonna take longer, so yeah. We're not gonna be done in 30 minutes, is what I'm saying. And now I'm again cold enough to need these things. Like it's not cold, but my hands kind of get swollen for whatever stupid reason that is. This one got crooked, whatever, however it is pronounced. Huh. I think again they're gonna start getting longer. Whatever. I don't know. It's literally like half the thickness. That's fun. Ooh, that was not the best. I'm trying to make them like not perfectly parallel, but parallel enough. And that one was downhill. I don't. Also, when they're this thing, the yellow is difficult to see. I might have to skip the yellow next time around, depending on how that looks. Oh, this one overlapped the orange. It's more difficult than the thin one. Again, overlap the orange. Mistakes are being made. Look, going down here. This is more difficult. I am not entirely happy. Not with the fact that it's more difficult, but with the way it's coming out. I think it might be better to come back and do this again once I've had more practice and just see the difference so I can see like the before and after. Because I think sometimes that happens to me that I think, oh, like I've been doing this for so long and I'm not getting any better. And then when I sit down and compare, what the very beginning looked like and what I'm doing now, it's like, no, actually, I did change a lot. I don't know, I'm being pessimistic, I guess. So it's a good opportunity to do it. I'm not really liking it from the get-go, the way it looks. Um, because the lines are crooked or crooked, whatever, however you pronounce it. So it's a good opportunity for the future for me to come back and check on this and see how this evolved. Mm. Ironically, I think the less I think about how straight the line is, the less I try to control my movement. I think that's the best way to say it. The less I try to control my movement, the straighter the lines become, which is both great and a little irritating. This is probably not the best posture. Like, I should probably like this is probably not good for my shoulders, but yeah, I'm comfy. I've got a little bit of a pimple coming up, like right here, and that's so annoying. I'm trying to let it be though. They're not that much longer, I think. Maybe they're not even longer at all. Thanks. I already knew that already. Overthinking the line makes it crooked or crooked, but I still did it. I still overthought the line. I keep doing that. I keep like saying sorry for everything. Like, what's the point? I didn't do anything wrong. And that's a problem for my next line. They're supposed to be like intertwined, but these two fused together. Wait, whatever. Again, diffused. I'm just gonna, whatever. Just gonna make an extra here and treat the fused one like they're just one. Impromptu correction and stuff. This side of the drawing is just not my favorite, let's just say that. Un, dos, tres, cuatro, five. Okay. I think. Uh, I almost made a mistake. Thanks. 2 minutes we get the alarm. Mm. I should ask my sister first if she has a locker. Just confirm it with her. And do you have a locker in your work? And if you do, how big is it? Then again, if I ask how big it is, it's gonna be a little bit of a giveaway of what I'm gonna give her, right? I wish I had one of her co-workers' numbers. Would be a random message one. Yeah, I know. We're still gonna keep going. Another 15 minutes, I think. Let's go with that. Just add the timer. Just to remind myself not to start a new one. And then, because I'm liking how it looks like overall. This side, though, no. Random thought. I've been watching some uh, what's the name? God, this profession where you excavate and like find temples or burials and things like that. I forgot the name. Or whatever. I've been watching videos of that sort of stuff. I've been about Rome and about Egypt. Mostly Egypt because I used to have um, an obsession with dermatology when I was very young. I don't know how old I was, but I was young. And in retrospective, maybe too young to be reading to some of these myths, because my parents did encourage me to keep reading, and so every time we would go out, we'd go out, I would ask for a new book, and if at all possible, mom would buy me a new one, and a lot of those were Egyptian myths or ghost stories, things like that. I enjoyed that, myths and folk stories and things like that. Um, in retrospect, some of those stories, yeah, like I didn't buy the kid version, or I didn't get the kid version because I didn't buy it. My mom did, but so some of them I can look back and be like, yeah, maybe I was too young to be reading about people getting dismembered and stuff, because those myths can get dark. But the point remains. I'm going on a tangent. I really love that. I do. I still enjoy them a lot. I'm taking a Egyptology course in Coursera just when I have the time because I enjoy it, and I'm having fun with it. But yeah, I've been watching these videos. Oh, I think somebody's outside. Whatever. I've been watching these videos and I'm fascinated. Just fascinated. But the other day, as I was looking at these videos, I was I was watching these videos, and they were talking about, like, they find this place and it had been already looted by people that wanted to uh, grab any offerings and stuff like that. They probably grave robbers, I guess, because yeah, that's a grave and you're robbing it. So yeah, grave robbers. And they, because they were afraid of getting cursed, they mutilated these mummies. And my first instinct about it was like, oh, that's awful. I And it is. And a part of me has always felt weird about the mummy thing when they get them out of the sarcophagus and you go to a museum and you can see the mummy outside of the sarcophagus or inside of the sarcophagus, but the sarcophagus is open. And a part of me is like, isn't that, in a way, isn't that disrespectful? I don't feel like I know enough of their culture and stuff, but I do feel it's a little, it's an interesting question to have, right? You need to study history and you need to study these cultures and stuff to know history and to learn from them. So it's this interesting line between respecting the culture, respecting these human remains, and studying them, learning from them. But it always does make me uncomfortable, like watching them in a museum or even in the video when they just outright show the mummy itself. I feel like if it was me, I would not be happy about it. And obviously, mm, coming from that perspective of that point of view, then you have people desecrating, because that's the way you're technically breaking into somebody's uh, not thumb, but tomb, and desecrating it in the name of studying it. So now you have these grave robbers desecrating it. And my first thought was, that's greedy. That's cruel thing to do. Yeah, people like that should get punished. Because you're not only desecrating a grave, you are destroying history. I It was my first instant. It was my first thought. I'm gonna post this because obviously I have lost focus. I will get back to this. I'm just gonna finish my thought here. Yeah, I felt very uncomfortable about it. I felt my first instinct was to feel, oh, that's greedy. That's cruel thing to do, and they should be punished for it because you are breaking into somebody's grave, stealing the things that, as far as I understand it, and I'm no expert at all, they use to have their eternal life, and the things that they cared enough of or were important enough for them to keep in this eternal life that they were seeking. So, yes, no, morally, I thought it was very. I'm trying to find a word that doesn't make me sound judgy, but yeah, it was not okay to do. It was not an okay thing to do. But then I thought, you know what? Let me try and figure that out because I don't think grave robbing is nobody's first thought or first um profession or desired profession. Okay, let's restructure that. I don't think anybody's desired job is like I'm going to under the cover or darkness or whatever it is that I need to do so nobody catches me doing this illegal thing because it's illegal. Break into a very old grave and steal their stuff because obviously if they're mutilating the mummies because they are scared of uh, spiritual retaliation, then they are spiritual enough or cautious enough that they think their job is dangerous. So I thought, okay, you are incurring two dangers or attracting two dangers into your life. Your grave robbing, that is illegal, so you might get thrown in jail, but also you might get spiritually attacked, and you believe in this enough that you are willing to take precautions against this. So why do it? And the obvious answer to that is there is enough to be gained from this that those dangers are worth taking, those risks are worth taking. So, to spare you a very long, or not very long, but a conversation with myself, my thought was okay, or so that we can refocus on what I'm doing. And I thought, okay, so probably this is people that need the money, right? This was a profitable enough job that they decided to take it because they needed it. Where that is because I'm not saying they were all starving and needed this job desperately and so they took it. It's probably that some of them are not. Maybe most of them are not. I do not know. I have not done enough research to be able to prove it one way or the other. Maybe they just like, maybe there's enough money to be made of this that they take these risks to be able to live in the comfort that they would like to have. So I guess my point in all of this was I was making a snap judgment based on my feelings on the matter. My feelings being graves should be respected no matter how old they are. And yes, there is history to be learned and things to be learned of for future use and for our history that not mine in particular, but Egyptian history in this case, or even in general, to be learned from studying old graves, whether they are in Egypt or they are in the Amazon or they are in Rome. There is something to be learned from studying these graves. It is always going to be, though, invasive, and there's a very fine, very difficult line to walk in these things, I believe. But especially in a culture like the Egyptian one, where they had such an interesting or such a focus on the afterlife and so much ritual surrounding what ensures your afterlife. So yes, I was making a snap decision based on that, on my feelings on the matter, and I think it's there must be, as there is in anything that makes money, an aspect of greed. But I just assumed that anybody who did this thing because I thought this thing to be distasteful and cruel, that anybody who, let's rephrase that, I get convoluted in my speaking. I thought because they were doing this cruel thing, then that must mean that they are cruel people. It was my snapshot judgment on the matter. But the more I thought about it, the fact that you're doing a cruel thing doesn't necessarily make you overall a cruel person. And there is, I guess, enough to be said about normalization of something to wonder how they justify it to themselves. And if they're surrounded by other coworkers that happen to also be grave robbers, which, if you are a grave robber by profession, should be the definition, right? In a big enough group, you're going to reinforce your justification of this long enough that it will cease to feel like a cruel thing to do, or it would be probably seen as a necessary cruelty. Or it can be that they really do need this money and they know it's cruel, but they have decided that they can maybe get away with this cruelty because it's a necessary one. You need, at the end of the day, you need to be put food on the table. Complex. Yeah, as a summary, I made a snapshot decision. I thought it was a simple enough situation, and the more I thought about it, the more I realized it's actually not simple at all. Yeah, but that's enough on my tangent. I'm not gonna keep exploring it because I'm trying to do the line work. And part of making these videos was just that. Do not go, do not get distracted for long. Just do the things, do them. I overlapped that one a little bit, but I'm not mad about it. I'm fine. I think the more I focus on that, the more my lines get weird because I keep overthinking it, and I already decided no overthinking the thing because my lines just end up looking better when I just make them instead of, wondering and thinking and trying to control the movement too much. I say as I kind of mess up those lines, but they're doable. I don't think I'm gonna finish in 5. How much of that time did I spend before I paused it? Just going over it. I don't know. I really think it's an interesting topic. I also, right, studying graves, because at the end of the day, there's a lot to be learned um of the day-to-day life of uh, somebody when you have their body to study. But I do think if we had an ancient Egyptian standing before us, they would not be very happy to have their bodies taken out of their graves, their offerings, again, taken out of their graves and displayed in museums. I don't think they would appreciate it very much. I wouldn't appreciate it either, to be honest. Okay. If whatever in like in a thousand years from now, or however long that takes, they learn like necromancy or whatever it is that they need to learn to bring you back and ask you questions or whatever. Obviously, hypothetical situation, but I got told like, yeah, we they dug you up from the ground and uh, we're doing all these tests on you. First, what did you find? I think I'd be curious enough to be like, oh, okay. First, what did you find? What were your thoughts on the matter? I'd be curious enough because I feel like sometimes a lot of history or these studies are kind of storytelling a little. Uh, I get that impression that it's like, oh, they had this game here, so this game must have meant that this place was used for this reason or for the other reason when you don't have anything written down. But you don't know for sure. You are seeing that culture from today's perspective, and you don't know how compatible that is. Regardless, I would like that question answered. Like, huh? And what did you find? What did you think of it? What did you make of it? And to try and see how right they were or how off base they were. I would find that interesting. But I think I would feel uncomfortable with the boundary crossing. I wouldn't love it. I would be curious after I got over it though. After I got over it, the grey roving of it all. No, not grave robbing because I don't think. uh, but like yeah, the boundary crossing of just grabbing my body and studying it for history or whatever. I would I would be curious. Okay, what did you find? What did you think? What did you make of it? So yeah, I've been watching those and some about shipwrecks too. I'm like, oh, I don't know. There's something very scary and very all inspiring about the ocean. Okay, that's 30 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna give myself 15 more minutes. I don't think I'm gonna need 15, but just to be on the safe side. Maybe we should have made them shorter. I don't know. I think the yellows by themselves, like they don't really show. But when I start the next color, because I start from the middle of it, they do kind of pop a little more. So yeah, I'm happy with the decision of leaving or still using the color. So it is a little annoying for when I'm trying to find the spot between the yellow lines to make my next set of lines. Okay. Yeah, I enjoy it. Overall, I enjoy it. I do wish I was better about keeping lines parallel. I think it would make it look better. I'm starting to notice though, part of it is where the how I put my arm, I think. I think, for example, right now, it's maybe too close to me. If I move it a little more, I think that, yeah, see, I think this works better. Yeah, I feel like I have better control of it, like this. I'm not sure if they were like particularly uh, straight, but oh, well, whatever. No, that's so weird. No, it's not. No, that's not straight at all. Uh, that works if it in some way, whatever. One more to finish this triangle in the middle. I made that with that green line. Ah, do I leave it at that or do I do the just let's do the blue one, whatever. Yeah, okay. I like it. Let's write the date. I was doing before this I was always writing like straight line practice and I don't think I need to do it anymore. Like, so many times you can repeat the same thing before it's obvious. So here we're gonna go, where do I go? In the bottom here, I think. Today 16, 12, 2024. Okay, we got it. Inside. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Something like next time I think I'm gonna use, next time I get to use this one. Okay, yeah, we're done. We get this one. I'm gonna take a picture because I do enjoy this. I do think that thicker ones, the thick one, looks better. I think this one might look better if I made the lines shorter. And but I don't get to play with colors next video. I get to do it with this thing. Whatever. Um, I'm trying to think because I said that I'm gonna make at the end of the video a little suggestion of things that I should like I should probably do better next video. So that I'm happy I think with the format how it is for right now. Maybe clean up before making the video. Um, you know what? If I'm thinking suggestions, I think maybe I should structure it a little bit more when it comes down to, oh, I have suggestions of, oh, I change things. So just keep the things that I changed, not necessarily like overly do it because I'm trying to make this a simple hobby, but like write it down in a notebook. I changed these things and just a list so that I don't have to be thinking about it in the video and then because it makes me feel self-conscious, then it makes me feel like, oh, I'm taking 15 minutes to talk about something that could have maybe been said in 5. So yeah, I think that should be better. I don't know about the cleaning uh or keeping things more organized for the video because I'm like whatever. Yeah. I want to make it as simple as possible to just sit down and make the video. So that seems a little counterproductive to the end goal. Yeah, this is it. Let's finish the video. I'm tempted to edit and cut this part.